Hey guys, it's Costa here from Celebrity Oz. We're here in Sydney for the Australian premiere of Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. Stay tuned for our latest interviews with Johnny Knoxville and Derek Freda.
Oh no.
From the creators of Jackass,
I don't expect you to understand, but I have my penis stuck in the machine.
Johnny Knoxville is
Jiggle my shoulders, jiggle my jiggle. Quit pulling on it. Let go. Push.
Bad Grandpa.
Grandpa, thing doesn't work.
Nothing.
He should not be drinking.
I'm fucking wasted.
They're gonna take that child away from me.
Hi Derek, nice to meet you.
How are you?
So compared to all the other things that you've worked on with Johnny, what made Bad Grandpa such a different experience?
It's just a different movie. It's a very different movie than the Jackass movies, in as much as there's a story now, and there's a character.
Yeah.
And once you start going down that road, you kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
So that part made the whole process pretty different, although at the end of the day, you're still trying to make it as funny as you can make it.
Yeah.
So those conversations all stayed the same, but we had to think about story. We had to think about who was Irving going to be at the beginning, the middle, and the end, and those were they were fun. It was a fun conversation to have.
Do you have a favourite particular scene in the film that tops the cake for you?
It's weird.
Because I know that there's so many. We've got the pageant scene that's absolutely hilarious.
It's amazing, and Jackson my God, he's such a smart, fearless, amazingly talented little kid. And that's just one that's how you hope. That's the best version you could ever hope would come out, and that's rarely what you get, but it happened. But there's other little ones, like I know the estate sale where he gets caught in the bed. For me personally,
I saw that clip. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was one of the first few things we shot, and it was very early, and we weren't quite sure what we were doing yet. We were figuring it out. So when that worked,
it turned out pretty well from what I saw.
Yeah, and that became really satisfying, just because we realized, wait, we're good at this. We can actually do this. We'll figure this out. We can make a movie.
So what will audiences expect when they see Bad Grandpa in Australian cinemas?
I think Jackass fans will be more than happy because the inspiration's the same, the heart of it's the same. It's not a traditional Jackass movie, but it's another evolution of what those movies are and can be, while keeping, I think, the spirit of it the same. And I think the surprise is always that, there's some storytelling in there, and you get invested in it in a way and watch it in a way that is different from what the past movies have been. And I think it's really satisfying.
What is that? What are we plugging?
Well, we're plugging
Celebrity Oz.
Yes, we are. So can you guide us through the process on how long it took for you to do hair and makeup, being 86-year-old?
3 hours to become Irving. 5 hours if I had the chest and back on.
Wow.
But after the first couple of times, I wasn't into it, so because the last 2 hours was standing up, and there goes over, like half our days.
Yeah. So can you take us through how the idea of the film came about?
Paramount actually suggested it 8 years ago, and then we started kicking it around a few years after that. In 2011, we wrote for a solid year before we took it to the studio.
So is there a particular scene in the film that's your most favorite scene?
Well, the beauty pageant's probably one of the best things we ever shot, including Jackass. Same for Strip Club. They both worked really well.
Enjoy tonight's premiere.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks so much.